Your AI conscience, the Wall-E problem. There's a scene in Wall-E. Humans float around in hovering chairs. They weigh 300 pounds. They watch holographic screens and drink big gulps all day. Robots do everything. It looks like a nightmare. But an MIT economist just said something that should keep you up tonight. That's the good scenario. David Autor is a professor of economics at MIT, one of the leading minds on what AI does to the labor market. And he looked at that movie and said, at least they figured out the income distribution problem. Because here's what Wall-E got right. If machines do all the work, there's no shortage of wealth. There's a shortage of meaning, a shortage of purpose, a shortage of purpose, a shortage of reasons to treat each other as equals. Think about how the world works right now. You get paid because you contribute something. You contribute, you earn, you spend, you vote. That's the loop. That's what holds democracy together. Not ideals, not constitutions. Labor. Your labor gives you a claim on society, and society gives you a claim on its resources. Now remove labor from that equation. AI doesn't have to take every job to break this. It just has to devalue expertise fast enough that most people have nothing left to sell, and it's already happening in pockets. Translation, legal contracts, medical imaging, customer support, not eliminated, commodified. The people who remain in those fields are more specialized, fewer of them, better paid. Everyone else, competing for whatevers. Here's the framework that makes this click. Your job has two kinds of tasks. The stuff you're uniquely good at, your expertise, and the supporting work. The admin, the formatting, the busy work. If AI automates the busy work, you win. You focus on what makes you valuable. If AI automates your actual expertise, the thing that took you years to build, then you're the taxi driver who just watched GPS erase the only skill that mattered. Same technology, two completely different outcomes, depending on which part of your job it touches. So what happens when this scales? Not to one industry, to all of them, simultaneously. A world where the machinery generates everything, and only the people who own the machinery capture the value. That's not science fiction. That's most of human history. Kings and serfs, lords and peasants. We escaped that loop through labor, through the idea that what you do matters more than what you own. Through the idea that what you do matters more than what you own. AI could close that loop again. The optimists say we'll adapt. New jobs will emerge. They always have. And they're right. There will be jobs. But will those jobs carry dignity? Will they carry bargaining power? Will they pay enough to matter? Or will they be crossing guard jobs? Necessary, interchangeable, disposable? Here's what no one in Silicon Valley wants to say out loud. The technology doesn't build itself. Billions went into self-driving cars. Not because AI woke up and decided to drive, because companies chose to invest in replacing drivers. The same choice is being made right now. For lawyers, for writers, for ideologists. And the people making that choice have one objective: reduce labor costs. Not evil, not malicious, just labor costs. Wall-E showed us a future where humanity solved the money problem but lost everything else. No purpose, no contribution, no reason to get out of the chair. But Autor says that's not even the likely outcome. The likely outcome is worse. A world where the wealth exists but the distribution doesn't, where productivity soars and most people can't afford groceries, not because there isn't enough, because there isn't enough, because there's no mechanism to share it. So is AI a tool that makes us more capable, or a machine that makes us unnecessary? Maybe both. Maybe that's the point. Share this if it made you think. Subscribe if you want to keep watching. I'll be here, watching the singularity, until there's nothing left to watch.